Welcome, Melody Ears, to my special video, You Too Can YouTube. In this video, I will share with you the elements of costuming, staging, and how I create the audio for my singing video, Pure Imagination. Obviously, because I'm in front of the camera, I have an assistant to do the filming on my Apple iPad, which has an iMovie application that I use to create all my videos, so that they are easy to upload to the YouTube channel. To create a YouTube channel, you'll need to make or log into a Google account. Then go to YouTube, where you'll be able to visit Settings and click Create a Channel. By clicking on Customize Channel, you'll see many options and have insights into the analytics of your videos. YouTube suggests videos and instructions to help you, where you can learn more about the uploading process. When I'm filming a video, I usually need to film several takes so that I can choose the best footage during the editing process and change positions and lighting. Some of my audio is live, and sometimes it is put in separately so that I can add ambience, and then I sync the audio with the video. I have a collection of bloopers because no process is perfect, and editing is the longest process. The creativity of your video is up to you and your pure imagination. If you see my other RevELEANOrations, such as Op Shop Price Drop, you will see that I gather inexpensive resources to bring together staging and costumes. I recycle and reuse resources as much as I can. A lot can be done with cardboard and pegs. It's time and effort, but a lot of fun. So let's take a look at how I put together a costume. Choose the theme of what you are presenting, whatever it is. Singing, acting, interviews, how-tos, and dress up for your audience. It's fun to create different looks. So I'm just going through my box of supplies. I've got some thread and braiding here so I can decorate my outfit for Pure Imagination, which I'm filming. These are some leftover fabrics from a project that I'm making at the moment. I'm making a dress inspired by the Lady of Shalott. And these are some patches that I'll be able to iron onto the dress. The dress that I'm staging is all about imaginative creativity. So I want to kind of look a bit maverick. So I'm just using some cheap ribbon to define the edge of the armhole. So I've just pinned it in place in a little pleat so that it kind of flares out. So far I've done some braiding and ribbon on the sleeves, and I've hemmed along the top. It needs ironing, of course, and then it will sit properly. And also the back. I haven't quite done the zip right, but I'll find a solution. So far, this is what I've got for the costume. So I do have the little ruffles on the edge. And so I'm thinking, this is like just tucked in at the moment, but I'm thinking of adding these kind of flouncy bits up the top and maybe a bit around the bottom to balance the top and bottom. So now I've added my sort of pleated / gathered satin to the neckline and also some golden braiding. I have added an extension of the shoulder a bit so that I can just sew by hand this so it lays flat on this part so that it doesn't come sticking out. And then over on this side I have cut that off so it will lay flatter and not be seen through the cotton. So I've opened the side front seams and inserted some ribbon down the side. So I'm just sewing a flounce for the bottom of the dress. taking a lot longer than I thought, and I've only just got enough fabric, so I won't gather the back. I'm on my second weekend of working on this costume, and I'm finally satisfied with it to go on with the filming. So I've added a frill up the top, a little gathering of ribbon on the side and the braiding, the giant frill down the bottom, and I also put on some iron-on patches. I've put on a corset of a matching colour to add to the look. This purple base is a cheap bit of haberdashery from the op shop that I originally used as a mock-up for another dress that I made out of this purple satin. And now for makeup. Got some sparkly eyeshadow with mascara and eyeliner, and I've put on a bright lip gloss and lipstick. I've got this beautiful sparkly rainbow bib and some cat ears that match. I've also clipped on some butterflies to my head, which I think creates a great look. And my hairstyle is just a simple ballet bun. Next, I'll show you how I do my audio on GarageBand. So to create my audio, I use GarageBand. So this is what the app looks like down here. I'm going to tap on it to show you what it looks like inside. So to create a new GarageBand, I go to the little plus up here, and it gives me all these different options of what I can do to create the audio. But because I'm a singer, I use the audio recorder. And so I can do two different things. For voice, I click on this one, and if I'm recording an instrument, I click on instruments. So I'm just going to go into voice, and it opens up this. Here is the metronome. I'm going to turn that off. It only has 8 bars at a time, so I go to the little plus over here, to go to 8 bars, and click automatic, so that when I record by pressing this button, it counts me in, and then it keeps recording once it goes past that 8 bars. La 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 la. As you can see, it keeps going automatically. If I don't like that, I can just undo that. So another way of deleting it is, I've recorded this and I want to get rid of it. I stop recording, and I can go into this multi-track button over here, and then I can just tap on that, and it gives me these different options such as cut, copy, delete, loop, split, which is kind of like cutting, rename, and settings. I'll just show you split quickly. I can move this cursor, and split, I drag the little scissors down, and now I've got 2 different pieces. And I might delete this one. When I want to insert some backing tracks for me to sing along to, I go up to this little loop here, and it will show what I have downloaded. This is one of my art songs, so I will pick that up and drag that into one of the tracks. You should be able to hear it. And if I go over to here, it's in the second track, so if I drag that open, I can change the volume so it goes louder or softer. And I can also mute it. And I utilize mute a lot when I am recording. If I was to record right now, I would press mute on that track and then click on this track here so that my audio that I'm about to record does not override this track. And then I would sing into this track. Once I'm done, I would stop recording and go back to the multi-track, where I'd then unmute this and sync up this vocal track with my backing track. And then I would sing into this track. So I have open here a file for the audio for Let It Snow. So as you can see, I've got the downloaded track of Let It Snow, the backing, in an instrumental track. So if we go here, you can see that it's in instrument. When I went to import this, I went to the little loop, I browsed and then dragged the file onto the track. As you can see, I have recorded many vocals, and the grey ones are the muted ones, whereas the blue ones are unmuted. So the blue track is the one that I went with for my final product. And you can see the sound waves there, which indicates that it's starting.
Oh, the weather outside is bright, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
I go to the little microphone icon, and there's little things such as tone, pitch control, I never use that, compressor, and vocal hall. So these are the automatic settings, but if I want more ambience, I switch the vocal hall on a bit more, and then I get more echo. So
It doesn't show signs of stopping, and it brought some harm for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, our hate going out the door. But as long as you
if I go back here, you can see where I've split the audio. And this might be because I've had a little glitch in my singing. But because I've recorded multiple tracks, I can cut out little bits, like say here. I'm not sure what this audio is, but I will mute this one and unmute that one. And I will listen to this.
doesn't show signs of stopping.
Obviously, this track is not synced up with the backing track, but say I wanted to put this bit into the track that I'm using, I would use that split tool on either side of what I want to insert, and then I would put my finger on this and drag it down to the track, and it would just meld over there. I'm going to undo that, but that's how you do it. And then I would mute this one again and unmute the track that I do want. Again, if you wanted to sync up the track, all you do need to do is just drag it where you want it to go and listen out for where it needs to match up with the music. There are also more settings if you click this little slider, and it opens up more settings for each individual track. So the track that I've selected, I can add echo to, so I'm adding echo to my voice. As you can hear the echo. I'm going to add reverb. So you can play with that to balance it out and get it how you wish. Reverb is actually referred to a lot as wet music in comparison to dry, which is when you have no reverberation or ambience at all. So as you can hear, if I demonstrate again, it creates more of a wet sound. Like you're in a bathroom or a hall. Musicians often need to consider the environment they're in when they record, because things such as padded rooms with lots of carpets absorb the sound more, and bare surfaces make the sound bounce a bit more, which is why you get some more echoey sounds. So with programs such as GarageBand, we can even out the sound a bit more and fix little glitches among the sound. So once you've edited your sound and you're satisfied with the audio, we go to this little icon with the page with the folded corner, and this saves your work and brings you back to your files page. And to transfer that into my editing app, iMovie, I go to Select and click on the one that I want. So I've got Let It Snow. I go down the bottom to Share. Now here I've got a few different options. I've got Song, Ringtone, and Project. If I was airdropping this to a different iPad, say to edit it as a different project, I would use Project so I could continue working on this song on a different device. But because I'm putting this into an editing program, I want to use this as a song. So I click that. I go uncompressed because it's already going to be compressed once I save it as an iMovie. So then I go Share, and it brings up different options. As you can see, iMovie is not here, so I go Open In. It exports the song before it gives me other options. And once that's complete, I'll be able to click on the iMovie icon. Here it's appeared. I click on this icon and it redirects me to iMovie. Now here, if I've already started a movie, I can click on the title of whatever the movie is. But if I haven't started the movie, I can go Create New Movie. Now the track has been inserted. So I've started a new movie in iMovie, and this is my track down below in green. So I want to add my video. So here's the little media box over here. I've got different files that I can choose from. I'm going to go to Video and Recently Added. You can see my little videos over here, and I'm just going to insert the entire finished video just for convenience. I can close this box over here by pressing this X. Obviously this would be unedited and you would need to add multiple videos and photos to complete your video. But I would usually mute all my things and sync them up with my singing. So that's already synced, but if it wasn't, I would need to sync that up. And because this is a green track and it's in the background, I can't move it. So I can't choose where it starts. So one thing I can do to counteract that is go to these little icons down here. I've clicked on this green track and it's highlighted in yellow, and I can click Actions and press Foreground. This lifts it up and makes it blue, and now I can choose where it starts. And now I can do work to sync it up. If I wanted to split this, it's the same as in GarageBand, and I just go split, and then I can move the track. On the video, if I highlight that track, I can duplicate it. So we've got the exact same video again. And I can also detach the audio. So say this was not muted. If I go and detach the audio, it mutes this one and brings the track down. And if I take that away, it doesn't have any noise. But it's okay because I can unmute that and it goes back. To undo my actions, I just go over here to the backwards arrow, and it's like it never happened. I can also add filters like comic, blockbuster. I like using Dreamy and Cameo, which is especially good for snow. So there are many different filter options. One thing that I do like to do with my audio is I go to the volume and then I press fade. From here, I've got little things that I can pull out, and it starts to fade the audio from the point that I have drawn it to. And you can see the slope going down, which indicates the volume is going down too. To add a title to this, I would go down to titles, and there's many different options. These options here show how it would pop up. So there's different options, like you can see gravity, pop-up, focus, standard, many different options. I like to do focus. Then over here, I go to AA, which I choose my font from. So let's use this one. I can also choose my color, which is this little wheel over here. There's different ways of choosing your color. I usually go to sliders. Say if I wanted red, I could change the color that I got. There's also spectrum, which when I move it around, it picks up different colors. Same with grid. I can move the title around and have full clip duration so that you can see it the entire video. But that's, if I split it, then you can't see it on this video. So it's just the video that you're on. So if I wanted to save this, I'd go over to here to done. And here's my movie. It's 1 minute and 57 seconds. I can double click over here and rename it Let It Snow. And then I go to this little square with the arrow coming out of it. I click on that and I can save video. Then it exports the video to my photo library, and then I can connect it to YouTube and upload it. I've chosen a room in the house to stage my video, and I've hidden the furniture with blankets and fabric, and I'm collecting my props to get them ready for staging. I've started my staging, and so I've just tied a little double bow on here that I'm going to keep down with sellotape. But I'm decorating the props and getting them ready to disperse around the room, and here I've pegged and pinned some fabric with the help of fishing wire all around the room to give it this imaginative, fun atmosphere that we want in the song of Pure Imagination. So over here I have a marble blanket with a sheer snowflake fabric on top to give the illusion of it being almost like a little snow field. And we've got some little animals over here, and so here we've got a ship on water, and I've wrinkled this in a way to make them look almost like waves hitting the ocean. Still so much to do, but it's looking good so far, and yeah, I can't wait to get going and film this. I've put together the set today with the help of a few extra hands and a ladder. These two fabrics, they're fabrics that I intend on using for sewing projects. These plain blue curtains over here were from an op shop. This one I've had since I was a child, and you know, there's just fabrics from all over the house around here, and even that one under here is a blanket, and over there. So it's really an accumulation of all of those, and it just creates such a wonderful atmosphere, and I'm really happy about that. And so how I've held them up, which was really tricky because they're all very heavy, was by fishing lines. So I've got a few hooks here and there and connecting between the chandeliers. so that was able to successfully hold them up, and I just pegged or pinned the fabrics to these fitting lines. Over here I've dressed up my mannequin, so it's wearing one of my summer dresses. You might recognize this from the video about the dry cleaners. So this is one of the dresses that I got for free. I got 5 masks at an estate sale last year for $50. So they're very nice. And over here, this is just something that I whipped up. This is actually a lampshade, but I covered it with some red fabric that I had and also stuck on some white paper circles. And little Easter egg over here. Do you recognize these paintings? Mm-hmm. So this is my Mona Lisa, and that's my sunflowers in Delft. I've got both of those on my YouTube channel if you'd like to see me painting them in masks. There's a little Scrabble board over there. And bows and flowers. They were from a wedding that my family had, and this is a pre-wrapped gift for someone's birthday. So yeah, just including all of these elements. Got some sweets over here. Into your imagination. Part of staging is packing up everything that you set up. It's kind of like cleaning your room, but it takes a really long time to pack up and put everything in its right place again. So, things you do for a video.
Zooming in on your face.
I hope you enjoy the video. I really enjoyed staging it and dressing up, making this costume and compiling this set. It's been so much fun, and I hope you enjoy coming along for the ride with me. Thanks. This has been Eleanor Edwards. See you later, Melody Ears.